scared to bring this up because I don't want to offend anybody or turn anyone away, but it's very important, and I prayed to God about it, and He gave me the courage and boldness to move on and go on into this topic. So it is about the satanic and Illuminati symbols within the churches and within churches all over the world, and also mosques and synagogues as well. Now, if you take a look at this picture real close, it just looks like a regular church, no big deal, right? Well, if you take a look closer, you will notice that there's a cult symbology all over this church. There is an Illuminati eye, the all-seeing pyramid, or the all-seeing eye and the pyramid right here, and all over this dome. And I'll zoom in for you guys to really look at it. So if you look at this dome right here, once again, you see the Illuminati all-seeing eye. It's pretty crazy because this is not the only church. I could go on into this subject for, days and days. I'll just show you a couple. So let's take a look at the next one now. And this is a church that was in Venice, Italy. It also has an Illuminati pyramid right here, if you see it. It is crazy, guys. And this is the kind of churches that, we're sending our kids, our grandmas, everybody that we know. Even we go to these churches and we don't even realize it. I've even been to a church that, as a kid, that I did not realize that was actually an Illuminati-sponsored church. Let's keep going. I'll show you this church as well. Where is it? Where is the Illuminati eye? It's right here in golden, shining at you, staring down on everybody that walks by. Now, this is a church in St. Petersburg, Russia, and that's where I'm from. This is the exact church that I'm talking about that I used to go to all the time, every Sunday, and I didn't even know as a kid that it had the Illuminati eye. I don't live in Russia anymore, and I haven't lived there since I was 9 years old, but I still go back once in a while. And I just discovered that it had the Illuminati eye on it while I was doing this research. It blew my mind. My socks flew all the way up to the other room again. It's crazy. So if you take a look at the next picture, you're going to see this church. And this one tripped me out the most. If you look at it, it just looks fine, saying, "Hi, I'm a church, la la la, look at me, I'm so pretty." But really, if you take a look right here, this hidden, in plain sight, Illuminati symbol is right here, shining on everybody. And nobody is even noticing this stuff, guys. It's crazy. I haven't even noticed it. And, now that I'm really opening my eyes up to it, it is a trip. It is driving me crazy. There you go. Another one of these eyes in a church. And these are all Christian and Catholic churches. And it's not just on the outside. It's also on the inside of the churches. Here you see everybody, being all holy and godly and having fun and worshiping and praying to God. Little do they know that right in front of their eyes there is a really blatant, satanic, disgusting symbol, which is this upside down cross. That is insane. Why would you need an upside down cross in a church? Please tell me why. And in the same church, as you could see, also there is this shiny, golden triangle once again in the same church. Now, this is an altar that is also in another church. It's also on the inside of a church. And it's surrounded by, angels and saints, and Jesus is right on top of it. But little do you know, there is this Illuminati occult secret symbol again here. And it's all in front of our eyes. It's hidden in front of our eyes. Now, if you take a look at the ceilings on some churches as well, you will see that a lot of them are actually made by Freemasons. And they support the Freemasonic Illuminati agenda. And it's right here. So these churches we have to watch out for because, you don't really know who they're sponsored by. And I'm not saying by any means, I'm not saying that all churches are into this. But some of them are. And this is what we really need to be vigilant about, and this is when we really need to open our eyes to this problem. There's another one, like I said, many of them are on the inside of the church as well. So you have to be very open-minded when you go to any church. And, and they make it look so fun and cute and pretty and shiny and attractive. But it's in your subconscious mind. Even if you don't notice it, it will be in your subconscious mind later on, because they're implanting the Illuminati triangle everywhere in music videos. And now they're doing it in churches. And this has actually been going on for centuries. Some of these churches that I showed you were European churches that have been, built in the 17th century, 16th century, and so on. And not only do Christian and Catholic churches do this, many mosques do this, many synagogues do this, even Buddhist church. Take a look at this church in Vietnam. If you could take a look on it, it has the pillars, which are the Masonic pillars. Also, it has a huge eye on this huge globe. And of course, it has the dragon, which Vietnamese and Asian culture enjoys. But in a church, if you really think about it, the dragon represents Satan. It's a symbolic symbol for Satan. Alright guys, so the message I really want you guys to take from this video, if any at all, is that you really need to do your due diligence before you sign up for any of these churches, before you send your kids in there, before you send them to Sunday school, before you start attending it. You really do need to go into a church, look around, and, look for different symbology, because nobody could really, tell you what to do. And if they do, you tell them, I'm looking for symbology. I'm looking about the history of this church. I'm seeing if this church is representing light or darkness. And that way, they won't be able to tell you anything, and you will know the history of the church. You will know who it's really sponsored by, if it's sponsored by God or if it's sponsored by the Illuminati and their New World Order agenda, and how, and if it's sponsored by the one world religion. Now, I know I'm not of any great authority, and that I'm just a normal human being and a sinner like anyone else who found her Savior again. But, I just really want you to understand the message, and, don't believe anything people tell you. Even after this message, please back it up with your own research, because I guarantee you'll find a lot of strange things, because the truth is stranger than fiction, guys. It really, really is. So on that note, I